What are you doing?
I'm on live. You wanna say hi? Come make an appearance. Hello.
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 See, I'm alive, everyone.
Okay, so I'm still trying to decide what I want to be this Halloween. So I did get a couple of options from Spirit Halloween. This being one of them, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I really like this costume because the shorts are not like overly short. It's still like semi-modest, but still true to the uniform. I will say for all the short girlies, like 4'11", 5 foot, that want to wear this costume, I had to take in the fringe right here, just like tuck it under my bra a little bit, to make it more true to the uniform. So that's just because we're short girlies, it happens. So that's what I had to do. So if that is an issue for you guys, that is how to fix it. But I'm actually trying to learn the Thunderstruck cheer routine. I've been practicing all day, and for me, I'm not a dancer. I don't know, as y'all know, I don't know how to dance on this app. But I'm going to try to learn this cheer, and I'm going to try to do it wearing the costume. So wish me luck. Alright, bye guys.
Last night, Gypsy Rose was on live talking with Ken, and I caught something interesting. I want y'all to hear it, and then I want to talk about it.
Is this really Gypsy? Yes, it's really me.
Oh, it's Mimsy.
It's Mimsy Woodle.
What's your like alias when you would travel or something? For
Poppy. Emma Poppy.
yeah, that's right.
Do y'all remember her other alias whenever she traveled? Bella Goda John? I'm surprised she didn't use that, but she did reuse a name. Because this article says previous warrants said friends told investigators Gypsy had alternative Facebook accounts under the name Emma Rose and Devona Wolf. So what do y'all think about this? What do you think about her forgetting that she used Bella and reusing the nickname or name Emma? I don't know. I think it's weird because this girl really loves a pattern and she really loves a new character, but she also loves to reuse old characters like Emma.
Hey, what's up, you fabulous truth seekers? Buckle up because today's dive into the wild world of Gypsy Rose is about to blow your mind. Rumors are flying that she's getting majorly exposed on TikTok, with her own boo Ken Urker dropping hints that he's straight up terrified she might unalive him. But hey, was it just a shady joke or something way darker? Quick favor. Drop in the comments where you're watching from, what time it is there, and if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's keep this party going. All right, let's jump in. Now, before we get into all the juicy details, I just want to make it crystal clear right here at the start. Everything I'm sharing today is purely alleged, based on swirling rumors and whispers I've picked up from the online grapevine. I'm not claiming any of this as hard fact. It's all speculative chatter from other creators and social media buzz, so take it with a grain of salt, okay? We're here to unpack the gossip with a critical eye, have a laugh, and stay entertained. But remember, this is the rumor mill at work, not a courtroom. So let's set the scene on this latest Gypsy Rose drama that's got TikTok in an absolute frenzy. Allegedly, Gypsy's been strutting her stuff online, showing off this Halloween costume that's supposed to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader outfit. And girl, the internet is not holding back on the shade.
I'm still trying to decide what I want to be this Halloween, so I did get a couple of options from Spirit Halloween. This being one of them, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
What? Wait, what? So let me get this straight. Gypsy Rose is out here saying that she wants to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader for Halloween. Y'all, is she for real? Now listen, I've seen a lot of wild costumes, but this one takes the cake. Because apparently the trending costume of the year is the Gypsy Rose costume, wheelchair included. And if that doesn't scream the internet has lost its mind, I don't know what does. Y'all, they're even out there making the Gypsy kits with fake oxygen tubes, a blanket, and a full script of lies. Y'all, I just can't. I can't even. How do we go from a true crime tragedy to a Halloween costume? It's wild because a real woman was murdered. But somehow she's turned this into costume for clout season. Gypsy Rose is out here chasing the influencer high like it's confetti. And now she wants to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader for Halloween. Y'all, I don't even know. What do y'all think? Tell me in the comments. I'm just saying there's that.
From what I've heard in these rumored posts and stories, she posted pics on TikTok and Instagram, even tagging the official Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders page like she's auditioning for the squad. But come on, is this for real? The whispers say she's trying to channel America's sweethearts, but the fit just isn't fitting. Rumors point out that the pom-poms look all stiff and straight instead of that classic fluffy curly vibe, and she's allegedly tucking in the top because she's claiming she's too short for it, exposing that midriff like it's a strategic move.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard has bought her Halloween costume, and clearly that's all it is, because there's no way she could be one of America's sweethearts. We're not going to body shame her. Not going to do that at all. But honey, to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, look, you've seen the shows. But she posted this on TikTok. She's posted this on Instagram. On Instagram, she tagged the actual Dallas Cowboy cheerleader page. Honey, look it. First of all, you were all on here talking about New Orleans Saints, who dat nation, blah, 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 when you were trying to sell some blowout arts. Now you want to be one of America's sweethearts? Tell me, does this have anything to do with the 8 phone calls that you made to Ryan last week? Or the fact that he was on live just the other day talking about how much he loved the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders? So what do you all think? Does the Gypinator have what it takes to be one of America's sweethearts? Oh, and somebody must have made a comment about that being AI, because then she goes and she does a little thing where the app scans and shows that it's AI. Honey, nobody's going to shame you for your baby bod. We all have it, and whatever. But it's clearly the angle and the way you've shaped yourself. But the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, they have standards. But it's just a Halloween costume, so it doesn't matter. But stop offending America's sweethearts. They don't hire shredders.
And then, to top it off, she supposedly jumps on her stories to prove it's not AI generated by showing some app scan or camera roll screenshot, insisting it's all her. But the alleged chatter? Folks are saying it's filtered to high heaven, or maybe even tweaked a bit, because that glow-up doesn't match the usual glimpses we get. It's all harmless Halloween fun on the surface, right? But dig a little deeper into the rumors, and it starts feeling like there's more to it. Like, is this costume choice tied to some ex-drama or current relationship vibes? Speaking of which, the real tea that's allegedly spilling everywhere involves her current flame, Ken Urker.
Breaking Gypsy Rose Blanchard news. Ken Urker has been found alive. Watch this.
What are you doing?
I'm on live. You wanna say hi? Come make an appearance. Hello.
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 See you live.
Oh, I can't. So it's like, when your friends haven't heard from you in a day and you say, I'm alive, don't worry. But in this case, with GRB, that face is priceless. And I wonder if he knew what he was doing here. Probably. GRB needs to slow down with the ridiculousness, because myself and others that report on her simply don't have the time to stay up to date. But we're trying the best we can. That is freaking priceless.
From the rumored lives and background noises, people are saying Ken was chilling on the couch during one of her recent streams, coughing and sniffing in the audio, but refusing to show his face on camera. Allegedly, she's chatting away about the Dallas Cowboys, dropping hints that she used to call him during games and he'd ghost her because he was too glued to the TV. But the speculation? That's supposedly why he's her pick now. Or, wait, is it? The rumors are buzzing that this whole cheerleader getup might actually be a subtle nod to her ex-husband Ryan Anderson, who allegedly gushed about loving the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders just the other day on his own live. And get this, whispers say she made 8 phone calls to Ryan last week alone. Coincidence? The online sleuths don't think so. They're alleging she's playing both sides, trying to prove Ken's still in the picture, while maybe low-key flirting with the past.
Pinocchio Gypsy Rose just got off of live, and she's trying really hard to prove us liars. So Ken doesn't want to be on camera, but Ken was clearly laying on the couch with her, and you could hear him talking in the background. There was a few sniffles and coughs, so who knows what's going on there, but it was Ken's voice. But then she starts talking about the Dallas Cowboys and how she used to call Ken, and she knew the Cowboys were on because he wouldn't answer the phone. Yeah. That's why he didn't answer Gypsy. Anywho, so she's really trying to prove us wrong that Ken is gone and that she's going after Ryan again. And she's trying to prove that she's not wearing the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader costume for Ryan, but for Ken, because that's his favorite team. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, one, she is wearing it for Ryan because Ryan likes the Dallas Cowboys. But two, if it's true, if she's wearing it for Ken, she's just desperately trying to get him to look at her some type of way, because we've seen him. He's not interested in her. He doesn't want her. He doesn't like her. There's no affection. There's nothing there. I mean, again, that Father's Day where she was trying to lure him in and he was like, get away. Anywho, Jip is trying really hard to do damage control. I love how she responds to all of our videos and tries to make it seem like she's ignoring us and doesn't care.
But here's where it gets eerie. Rumors are circulating that Ken's dropped some cryptic hints in conversations or through subtle behaviors that he's legit scared Gypsy might unalive him, like echoing her dark history in a joking way, but with an undercurrent of real fear. Was it just playful banter, or is there something more sinister bubbling under? Allegedly, in these overheard snippets or implied comments, he's acting all distant, uncomfortable in photos, and avoiding affection, which has folks wondering if he's sensing some red flags from her past actions. I mean, with her history of that tragic family fallout, where it's rumored she was involved in some serious schemes and a plea deal that got her out after a decade, people are speculating if Ken's picking up on patterns that make him uneasy. But again, all alleged. Maybe it's just the internet twisting words for clicks.
Okay, this is one of the funniest things I have seen in a long time. So this is the face that Gypsy made when Ken appeared in her live from yesterday. He was seen face to face and he was saying hi to everyone. And then he goes, yeah, I'm alive. Like he is in on the joke with the rest of us, that she could have done something to him. And this is the face that she made. Like, it is both hilarious and scary that she's making this face, because on one hand, she looks terrifying. Like, them are some crazy eyes. Okay, and she looks like she's missing her teeth. I just don't understand how her face transforms so easily. But anyway, she was just as shocked as everyone else that he made that joke. Like, too funny. Ken has jokes.
And oh boy, the comment sections are allegedly exploding with roasts. One rumored response from Gypsy herself to a troll saying Ken must have bounced. She clapped back with something like, "The only thing left is that costume on the ground after he tackled me." Stay jealous, honey. Sassy, right? But the speculation is that it's all smoke and mirrors. She's allegedly trying to convince everyone, and maybe herself, that there's fire in that relationship, that he's all over her, tackling her in passion or whatever. Yet, from the rumored pics and videos floating around, like those from New Orleans trips or that alleged 3-day mental health break in Austin, Ken looks anything but into it. Awkward poses, no real spark, just this vibe of discomfort. Whispers say even on Father's Day, she was allegedly trying to lure him in with some seductive moves, and he brushed it off like, nah. It's got people alleging she's desperately clinging, using this costume to either win him back or make Ryan jealous.
I'm reading Gypsy's prison emails, and she told her friend that Ryan was reminding her of her mother. So yeah, her friend said, "Gypsy, I support you either way, but the fact that he is reminding you of your mother is not good." Obviously. And with the jealousy that he has is a huge red flag. Yeah, he can do therapy, but how are you going to actually know that he's going to therapy? And besides, people can only change so much. And then she apparently called Ken. Her friend goes, "I want you to know that you did absolutely nothing wrong by calling Ken. You are allowed to be friends with exes as long as you guys can respect boundaries and be 100% honest with each other." And then she says, "You don't have to settle. I want you to be with someone that you are actually attracted to and genuinely love with all your heart and without any pity." Yeah, okay. Now it totally makes sense why her and Ryan did not work.
But either way, it's coming off as forced. And if Ken's hints about fearing for his life are real, even if joked, could it be tied to seeing her alleged psychopathic traits shine through? Rumors paint her as projecting her own issues onto others, deflecting blame and showing zero remorse in rants, which might make anyone close to her second-guess things. Shifting gears a bit, but still in this alleged Gypsy universe of chaos, there was that rumored birthday snub for her stepmom Christy Blanchard. From what I've heard, Christy had a birthday recently, and a video popped up on feeds showing her with a gorgeous cake, looking all happy.
You're the only one that noticed that one. Oh, the baby. I can't put the baby in it. I'll stop here. Christy, can you have the baby for... Ask her, Lindsay, ask her if she can have the baby's face for a second. Can you have her face for a second? Okay. And then, I guess me, that way. All right.
Gypsy's allegedly raved in the past about how amazing Christy is as a stepmom, even bonding over art stuff like that blowout art session where Christy supposedly taught her the ropes. And Christy's work was on point, while Gypsy's, well, rumors say it wasn't quite there. But on the big day, no shout-out, no story blurb, nothing, even though she allegedly gave Ken some public love recently. Speculation is rife that this points to cracks in the family dynamic, maybe trouble in paradise, or perhaps Gypsy's only dishing out affection when it serves her narrative. And Christy's allegedly been defending Gypsy online, like jumping into comments to shut down accusations about some firing drama. Yet, no happy birthday in return? It's allegedly weird, especially since Gypsy's painted Christy as this maternal figure she adores, calling her mama and all. Rumors suggest it's just more evidence of selective loyalty, where relationships are tools rather than genuine bonds.
Did y'all know that yesterday was Christy Blanchard's birthday? I didn't know until one of her videos, thanking one of her friends, and it was Christy with a beautiful cake sitting in front of her, popped up on my FYP. I find it kind of interesting because Gypsy used to talk about how much she loved Christy and how Christy was a great stepmom. And remember the whole blowout art video? And she talked about how it was a great bonding moment between her and Christy because Christy's the artist and she was teaching Gypsy how to do the blown diaper art, whatever it was. Christy's art was, I'm gonna give her credit, it was good. Gypsy's not so much. But anyways, anybody else find it odd that Gypsy didn't even give Christy, the quick little thing, blurb on her story that she gave Ken? Maybe Ken couldn't get the same exact as Christy because then Gypsy couldn't convince him that she did something for him. I don't know. I just find it odd. I find it very odd that she raves about the mom Christy was, but called her mama, all this other stuff. And Christy comes to her defense. Always. I mean, Christy was on both of my pages just last week or a couple days ago. I've got no sense of time, y'all. Defending Gypsy on the whole accusation that she got Mia fired. So Gypsy not even giving her a happy birthday, knowing she's on social media? I don't know. I find it a little weird and just proves there's still trouble in Gypverse.
Then there's this alleged rant Gypsy dropped on her friend Bree's live, Wait Bree, who's rumored to be this total minion, doing whatever Gypsy says. In that 13-second clip that's making rounds, Gypsy allegedly goes off, "Everything that people label me as on this app, my mother was 10 times worse, and I should not have to pay for the sins of her fucked up choices in life." That was her, this crazy Blanchard? I'm sorry. She was a fucking con artist, and she was a shit piece of mom, like she was not a good mom. Whoa, right? The speculation from online analysts is that this screams projection and deflection.
Somebody call the FBI and tell them to give me a job, because everybody wants to deny that Gypsy was telling the truth whenever she said that her mother had Parkinson's disease. And I said, this pamphlet right here that goes back to this website really sealed the deal for me in my claim that she had Parkinson's disease. But y'all, I found something else. There is this pill bottle next to Dee Dee's nightstand, and on the top it says shaky honey, right? Well, you can see R-O and then another letter right here and Claudinia's name. And it made me think about how my grandpa had Parkinson's and he was taking this medicine, ropenolol, or however the hell you say it. And what is it for? Parkinson's disease. But I can prove it further. Do you see right here where it says NDC? That's the National Drug Code. And we see 43547. And whenever you go to the National Drug Code Index, you find 43547 for ropenolol. And right here is something just to explain those codes. The first ones are the labeler, also known as the product. 43547, 43547. And then right here, the prescription medicine used to treat Parkinson's. So it is my opinion that she did have Parkinson's disease, just like Gypsy said. And that is why she had the pamphlet for it.
She's allegedly shoving all her labeled traits onto her late mom, amplified by 10, instead of owning anything herself. It's rumored to be a classic move to shift accountability, minimizing her own role in that whole tragic saga where a life was lost. People are alleging it's chilling psychopathy at play. No acknowledgement of the crime's gravity, just dehumanizing her mom as worthless to justify everything. Stripping away humanity like that? Rumors say it's a red flag for lacking remorse, doubling down on excuses rather than reflecting.
Oh my god, this is so good. This is so fetch. I didn't know what slay or mother or anything.
So everyone's mom would be like, Gypsy's mother, and she's like, no.
I feel like I'm like a time capsule. This is my first In-N-Out burger ever. I got a double-double.
Animal style.
That's hot.
That ass, toot that ass. If you a ball player, I'm trying to recruit that ass. Said I taste like ice cream, you wanna scoop that ass. Turn around, do the brown, Uncle Luke that ass.
Hey, girly pop. I got the nails. Why am I cross-eyed? Because I was born with a lazy eye. So.
Do you have a favorite Lana song?
I do. I love Young and Beautiful. I have seen a lot of people saying that. I can call my supporters. Hopefully I pronounce this right, but the Rose Toys. You can't bring me down. I'm on a high right now. I'm living my best life, and y'all can't take that from me.
And the D is
fire. Oh, honey, I am so not threatened by you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're just mad because I have a Chad. And last time I checked, you don't have a man. So, looks like you're the one that's panini pressed. Call a spade, honey. Keep making content.
And get this, whispers from research dives, though all alleged, claim no other case matches this. A supposed abuse victim who allegedly kills a parent, then gains fame, and keeps publicly trashing them with such venomous, profanity-filled anger post-conviction. Usually, in these parricide stories, justification happens in court or quiet interviews, not ongoing rants controlling the narrative. It's allegedly unique, possibly monstrous in its persistence.
We're going to take a look at when Gypsy Rose says that her and Kenny got back together only after she broke up with Ryan. But in the second clip, I'm going to take you back to where Gypsy says in her show to Christy how they've been talking in February.
I ended the marriage, filed for divorce, and then that's when Ken and I reconnected after the fact. As friends, we had a weekend together to see kind of where are we with this. It was our first time actually having any outside of prison time. And we realized that flame, that love, everything is still there. And so he came back to visit a month later. And that's essentially the weekend that we got pregnant. Well, crying up, I said, I need to tell you something. He said, I'm asleep. I said, I miss Ken. This is the day before Valentine's Day.
She even told Ryan the day before Valentine's Day that she had feelings for Kenny.
On another note, Gypsy's allegedly bragging about her popularity, claiming she's done 44 cameos, raking in over $3,000. and telling folks not to listen to the haters because most are silent supporters. Cute, but the rumors? That's peanuts compared to the backlash. Allegedly, there are thousands tuning in to critique, turning the tide against her influencer dreams. It's like she's chasing clout confetti, but the wind's blowing it back in her face. And tying back to Halloween, the irony is thick. While she's allegedly donning this cheerleader look, the trending costume this year is Gypsy Rose herself, complete with wheelchair, fake oxygen tubes, blankets, and a script of lies. How wild is that? Rumors say it's turning a true crime tragedy into clout fodder, with kids cosplaying the drama. We've allegedly gone from horror to Halloween hijinks, but at what cost? A real life lost, yet here we are, with Gypsy at the center, allegedly spinning it all for views.
For everything that's being done to me, if you don't know, I have a whole playlist called Proof. Go check it out. I have everything in there. So yeah, I decided to make a GoFundMe for $20,000. If you want to donate to it and help me get a lawyer, I really, really appreciate it so much. I'll have no idea. And I also clearly stated in that video why I'm getting it, because of everything that they've been doing. Everybody's been watching it play out. I even put in the description part of the GoFundMe, which he put on his live, listed all the reasons that they were fucking with me. Remember the pew pew, all of it. So it's really ridiculous. Their family looking for my name and address, following to my job. Look, I even lost my job, and the manager was friends with Jerea. Crazy. Oh, what else did they do? Oh yeah, put me on their show without my permission, and fucking lied about it. So, and also all of those donations were refunded. I'll insert the proof for that also. Multiple times, people told me, you need to get a lawyer for everything that they're doing. You need to get a lawyer, da-da-da-da. Now y'all see that shit aired on the show, then y'all are like, oh yeah, she really did need a lawyer. Yeah. Y'all want me to be the bad guy so fucking bad.
So, picture this. Gypsy Rose is allegedly out here stirring up a storm of bad energy, and the internet is eating it up like it's spooky season candy. The big rumor making waves is that her deep-seated hatred for her late mom, Dee Dee, is fueling some seriously unsettling behavior. Whispers suggest Gypsy's anger is so intense it's practically palpable, like she's carrying a grudge that could power a small city. Now, the alleged story goes that this rage led to that tragic, fatal moment years ago. Yep, the one where Dee Dee met her end with Gypsy's then-boyfriend, Nick Godejohn, in the mix, landing him a life sentence while Gypsy took a plea deal for a decade behind bars. But here's the kicker. Rumors are swirling that Gypsy wasn't just a bystander in that moment. Allegedly, she was right there, hands bruised in the final stages. Think 5 to 7 days post-action when she was caught. Online chatter claims Dee Dee was begging, "Don't hurt me, I'm fading," while Gypsy allegedly kept going, no mercy in sight. The speculation? That sweater she was wearing when nabbed had splatter stains, like a water balloon poked too many times, painting a grim picture of her involvement.
Well, my mom never weaned me off the baby bottle. Look at Kayle's freaking face. She's like, this has got to be a fucking joke. We're supposed to believe that Gypsy Rose was 23, 24 years old and did not know that she didn't need a bottle. This is what I mean when I say Gypsy Rose was playing the role of being mentally handicapped. Just like the squeaky little voice. You notice how she don't have that shit now? You notice how in videos to Nick she didn't have that? And she did interviews with her mom. Apparently when she went to the doctor, she talked like this. She helped infantilize herself.
About bringing change, yes. So, never took to a stuffed animal or a blankie or anything, but I loved the bottle. Okay. And so,
First off, Dee Dee let that girl drink out of a straw in a cup. I wonder what's in there. Probably soda, just like was all at her house.
It's all alleged, of course, but the internet's whispering that Gypsy's rage wasn't just about escaping. It was personal, vicious, and maybe even calculated to a chilling degree. Now, let's talk about where this alleged anger's coming from, because the rumors are pointing fingers everywhere but where Gypsy wants them. Word on the digital street is that she's deflecting hard, blaming Dee Dee for everything under the sun, calling her a con artist, and worse in rants that make your jaw drop.
Sure, Gypsy didn't take to no kind of dolls, even though there are many pictures of Gypsy with freaking all different kind of damn dolls. Hell, there's even a picture of Gypsy with the same Barney doll that was found beside her mama's head.
Okay. And so, like strawberry Pediasure was my favorite. And my mom never said, "Oh, you're too old for that." To the point where I think that that's why my teeth,
I don't doubt that Gypsy Rose liked using her little bottle. This is the only picture I could find with her where she looks older using one. Gypsy said something else that was interesting. She said she loved Pediasure, strawberry Pediasure. I'm pretty freaking sure that Pediasure has sugar, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, you can bet your ass that played a huge role in the condition with her teeth. And so does her damn microdeletion. There's an increased risk of oral health problems, make her more susceptible to cavities. If you listen to her documentary, she said her teeth are just crumbling. She used to say it was her damn seizure medicine, but she was tested for her seizure medicine multiple times. It wasn't even in her system, and that's documented in her medical records. It also means she wasn't being forced to take that damn medicine.
But here's the twist. Allegedly, even her stepmom Christy once painted Dee Dee as a loving mom, terrified of losing Gypsy to her medical issues, sleeping with her on her chest to make sure she kept breathing. Christy's supposed words? Dee Dee was a good mom, despite Gypsy's rare microdeletion condition that had her in and out of doctors' offices. Yet, rumors say Christy flipped her tune when court time rolled around, possibly chasing clout or cash by backing Gypsy's narrative that Dee Dee was the villain. Same with Gypsy's dad Rod. Allegedly, he initially vouched for Dee Dee's parenting, but switched up when he saw a chance to profit, claiming Dee Dee got what she deserved. The speculation? Rod knows Gypsy's story doesn't add up, but he's riding the wave for his own gain. It's a messy web of alleged family betrayal, with Gypsy at the center spinning a tale that's unraveling under TikTok's microscope.
In fact, I think this is a bottle of seizure medicine sitting on Gypsy's nightstand, and I've come to think that the reason it says shaky baby on it is because Dee Dee was telling Gypsy, shake this before you take it, and she wasn't watching her take it. No, because it wasn't in Gypsy's damn system. Like I said in that other video, when Gypsy got to jail, that was the first thing she asked for, was her seizure medicine. But no, she wasn't in on the con. It was all her mama. Hey, this ain't all this. Some of that shit she was saying on her damn little podcast. This is for entertainment purposes only, in my opinion.
And then there's Ken Urker, her on-again, off-again boo, who's allegedly sending out SOS vibes. The rumors are juicy, Ken's supposedly keeping his distance, and some say he's hinted, maybe jokingly, maybe not, that he's worried Gypsy's got a dark side that could unalive him. Alleged clips from lives and posts show him acting cagey, barely engaging, like he's stuck in a relationship he didn't sign up for. Whispers say Gypsy's been erasing traces of him from her socials, sparking talk that their romance is hitting a dead end. She's allegedly out here talking about baby number 2, even planning IVF to pick a boy and avoid passing on her condition, but the word is Ken hasn't even processed baby number 1. Some speculate she's already expecting, and that's why she's acting extra reckless, while others think Ken's just fed up with her antics, her thirst traps, her drama, her everything. Allegedly, she's claiming he's working 66 hours a week, too busy for her, but the online buzz? Nobody wants to be around her because her energy's allegedly demonic, radiating negativity that repels anyone close. It's rumored he won't put a ring on it, and she knows it, leaving them at a relationship roadblock with nowhere to go but Splitsville.
Do you like the place you moved to or what?
Yeah, I like it. It's a nice area, so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm still kind of learning to drive, and so I made the drive to my parents' house, and where they live, like, there's a road. It's one side of the bayou, and then there's another road on the other side of the bayou, and one side of the bayou is like a lot more windy and a little bit more dangerous to drive on than the other. And so I took the dangerous one without realizing it was dangerous. And that was a learning experience. So because I almost like, oh my God, I was so scared because my wheels had went off of the pavement, the road, and went into gravel. And so I started to like lose control a little bit. I regained control, but it freaked me out so much. I was like crying in the car, like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And then, cause I also pumped gas for the first time, which that was a experience, because usually either Ken fills up my car or Christy filled up my car, because my car was either at Ken's or at my dad's. And so it was just one of those things that they kind of drove it a little bit more than I did. And so they fill it up. So now that Ken's working a lot more, now I have to drive myself places. So I learned how to pump gas for the first time yesterday. Let me tell you how this experience went. So Ken calls me, and he's doing a FaceTime with me. And he's like, okay, when you go to pump the gas, use the black handle and then press number 87. You put it in, and it's automated, so it's going to, pump the gas for you. It has a lever and all this kind of stuff. So Rogie was helping me build some furniture that I bought off of Wayfair that came in, because I bought like a new entertainment center, a new bed frame, bedside tables, dresser, like I bought all new stuff, right? Yes. So he came and helped me put things together. Well, he was right beside me when I had FaceTime Ken. So he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in my truck, and I'm going to go ahead of you. You follow me. We'll go to the gas station together to make sure that you do it right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I get through the process. And when it came to, I thought, you squeeze the lever and you pull out the handle, and it squirted like gas all over my car, and some splashed on me. So I was like, oh my God. So I had to go in the bathroom, clean myself up. And I was like, Rogie, what did I do wrong? And he's like, well, you're just supposed to take out the handle. You're not supposed to squeeze the little lever.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, yeah, that was new.
Well, but at least you're learning. That's all that really matters,
Wrapping this up, but not before circling back to that Ken hint. Rumors persist that his alleged fear, whether joked or not, stems from seeing these patterns up close. The discomfort in photos, the lack of affection, the way she's allegedly using costumes and stories to manipulate perceptions. Is he really afraid she might unalive him, echoing her past? Or is it just dark humor in a toxic dynamic? The TikTok exposure is allegedly laying it all bare, with comments calling her out as desperate, projecting, and unremorseful. It's a circus, y'all, but one that's got us all hooked. What do you think? Is the costume just fun or a ploy? Is Ken joking or genuinely spooked? Spill your thoughts below, and remember, all this is alleged rumor. Stay critical, stay entertained. Thanks for watching, loves. Catch you in the next one.